Today we're releasing a composite depicting what the suspect may have looked like.
As you can see, they were able to analyze the DNA we had in the case and come up with a composite of the subject. We also had them do a age-enhanced composite of 25 years later because we don't know the age of the suspect at the time of the murder. In addition to the black Pontiac Fiero that was a vehicle of interest, I also wanted to note that there's another vehicle of interest that we've developed, which was a tan or green Ford Bronco with Pennsylvania tags. We don't know the tag number, but this vehicle was observed at the scene of the murder the day after the murder with two male subjects that were acting suspiciously at the time and inquiring about the murder and the details in the murder. We know that the driver of that vehicle was a white male, and the passenger we just know was a male with dark hair. We're asking that anyone that may have an idea of who would be associated with that vehicle would call us with that information, and any other tips would be greatly appreciated.
The technology that was used to develop this composite is called DNA phenotyping. So traditional DNA forensics matches DNA found at a crime scene to a suspect who's already been identified or to a database. But when you don't have any hits, the DNA currently can't tell you anything else about that person. What we do is we analyze the DNA and pick out the pieces of it that actually determine what someone looks like. So instead of treating DNA like a fingerprint, we treat it like a blueprint of that person. So what we have is basically a large database, thousands and thousands of subjects of volunteers who have given us their DNA and also information about their appearance. So what we've been able to do from that is find what are the pieces of DNA that associate with particular traits. What is in common between people with blue eyes that's different from people with brown eyes, and so on for other facial features, skin color, hair color, ancestry. And from all of that, we can build this composite. That composite is basically a description of that person based on the information in the DNA. We think of it like a genetic witness. It's not going to be the driver's license photograph of that person because there's a lot of information about appearance that's not written in the DNA. So you'll notice that the original composite is at a standard age of 25 and a standard body weight. Age and body weight are not written in the DNA. They're part of the environment. And so all we can do is produce that composite at that age and then do an age progression. We have a certified forensic artist on staff who can progress that composite to produce an older image. But again, there's a lot of information that's not written in the DNA, such as weight, tattoos, hairstyle, things like that. So the goal of this is really to help investigators figure out who they should and especially should not be looking at. There are a vast majority of people who do not match this composite, which we hope will help them figure out who it could have been.
We're hoping that with this new information, the residents there that live there, the people that commuted there every day when this crime occurred, they'll take a look at this composite and maybe remember someone working in the area, someone who used to commute in the area, someone that they saw in their day-to-day travels that looks similar to the individual in this composite. We're very pleased with our efforts with Parabon. We have seen what they've been able to do in other parts of the country, and we truly believe that the reason we enlisted them in this case, we believe that someone in the public knows something else out there. And now we hope that we can refresh their memory and they come forward and again, as Detective Janney said, give us the tip that brings closure to this family. This case has lingered on for far too long and has really affected this family, and our goal with Cold Case is to bring conclusion, bring finality to them.